hope I go to heaven, I've been going through hell. I hope I go to heaven, I've been going through hell. I've been going through hell. Will my niggas still love me? Only time will tell. I hope I go to heaven, I've been going through hell. If Lucifer try to come get me, I hope he take all of my real niggas with me.
Wazam is beautiful, Eron, the streets hottest youngin'. Street baby out right now, make sure y'all go get my album. And this is my tale of a twisted youngin'.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Myra.
And this is Desi Dash.
And it's your boy Dave, and sitting to my left, I got beautiful Eron in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fresh as I ain't here with the floor jacket on.
Yes, sir.
Stunning on him. We got the forces on, stunning on him. I see you styling and profiling and wilding on him. They ain't got nothing on you, man.
Gotta come correct when I'm sitting here with y'all.
I appreciate you coming through and fucking
sure.
with us, man. I appreciate that. You came through, you brought your team with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your peoples with
Support
you and
system.
everything.
Yeah, gotta include my daughter with everything I do. You heard me?
Yes,
If you watch
good.
my videos, she in my most recent one I put out.
Yeah.
That's my shorty, you heard me, you know. She been rocking with me for a little minute.
There you
That's
go.
good. She's
Yeah.
gonna be with you for a long, long minute.
Yeah, so she been rocking with me. She
Yeah.
finna rock with you.
Yeah, 8 years. eight years.
So, you're not from St. Louis, from what I know.
No, I'm from New Orleans.
Facts.
I moved from New Orleans in 2005 when Hurricane Katrina happened.
So you were there when it happened.
Yeah, so then I moved to Atlanta, and I was there for like, you know, my adulthood, like, you know, when you really jump off the porch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Atlanta kind of close home to me too. And then, like, you know, my girl from here, she opened up a shop here, and she was like, you know, we need to migrate our way out there, you heard me?
Yeah.
So, you know, now I'm here.
How
Yeah.
was it, Katrina? Hurricane Katrina, like.
Oh, yeah, you lost it. You lost everything.
Damn.
Fresh start. My mama was like, y'all take everything. But if you from Florida, Louisiana, you get so many hurricane threats that it's like, man, no, we tired of packing up. We tired of unpacking. They always say a hurricane gonna hit, and it never hit. My mom was like, I just feel something in my heart. Y'all take everything. We was like, no. We all took like 2 outfits apiece. Everything else, gone in Katrina. Yeah, for sure.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
So then you go to Atlanta.
First, we went to Mississippi because that's like the closest thing to
Facts.
New Orleans. So it's like, you know, if they tell us we could come back, we'll be, you know, right down the street type of vibe. So we did that, and we was there for like 2 weeks in some country town, man. Like probably a population of 500. That's how small it was.
Southern northern Mississippi.
It was called Water Valley, Mississippi. I'll never forget it.
Did they like black people up in there?
Shit, they got some good tax write-offs on us, you heard me?
Oh, they
Like,
did?
you know,
no
like
choice at that time.
you know what I'm saying. So it's like they acting like they helping us and stuff like that, like buying us like clothes and shoes and stuff like that. So you know that type of stuff a tax write-off. You know what I'm saying?
Did you
So
lose any of your family in the midst of?
no, my older sister, she was there when it happened. So she was like stuck on the roof and stuff, and you know they had to come save her. You heard me? But for the most part, we ain't really lose nobody close in family, but we know some people who died in Katrina though, for sure.
I heard there was some crocodiles in that water.
Yep, crocodiles, dolphins, like the whole aquarium. You know, the aquarium, when everything happened, all them animals got out.
Yeah.
Because the glass and everything busted, so whatever was in that water was in that water.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Oh, shit.
talk to
you
me
right,
about the
right.
culture of New Orleans. Like, I know I hear y'all got a good culture out there.
It's
not like any other ones around.
Yeah.
They
Like,
got Creole food out there.
Yeah, New Orleans is its own world. That's the only way I really could like explain it to people. Like they be like, "Oh, you from Louisiana?" Most people gonna be like, "No, I'm from New Orleans," because New Orleans is like its own world. You go out there, you're gonna be like, "Man, I never experienced." Like it could be like the person, like they could be the most brokest person in the world, but the energy is so amazing that it's like, man, like I don't know, New Orleans is different, and plus the food, so. That
why
like
I
make
said y'all
up,
got
yeah,
the
the food, man. That was my hardest thing, like adjusting to not living in New Orleans no more was the food.
Y'all had some good food.
Yeah,
That gumbo.
yeah,
Listen to Cajun chicken. Fuck all that.
yeah.
I'm like, you gonna take that over the gumbo?
No, I'm taking the alligator over the gumbo.
Nah, I ain't eating no
I ain't
alligator.
no alligator.
Hey,
So-
listen, you speak for yourself.
you're in Mississippi. Then from Mississippi, you go to Atlanta.
Yeah, we was in Mississippi for about 2 weeks. We was in Mississippi for about 2 weeks, and then once we watched the news and everything, and they was like, nah, it ain't nothing else to go back home to.
Yeah.
The dude my mama was dealing with at the time, he was like a construction worker. So his brother had work in Atlanta, and they already had lived out here. So we like, man, we got to make some money. So my mama was like, yo, let's migrate our way to Atlanta. We think of Atlanta. We like, oh yeah. Like we ain't never been out New Orleans in our life. So it's like, yeah, let's go there. We out.
How was it when you dropped off in there?
See, look, this was the tricky part. We didn't go to Atlanta. We went to
Alpharetta or something?
Nah,
Georgia?
we went to like it probably was like 45 minutes from Atlanta. Like it was like a little country town, like called McDonough.
Okay.
So like that was like different for us because like where I'm from, like it was no white people in my school.
Right.
Like so it was like that was a whole different vibe for me. Like seeing all these white people mixed with a little bit of black people was like just different for me. So I'm like, man, what y'all got us at? Like I'm ready to go back home now.
Yeah.
For sure.
And is that where you start dribbling with music, or?
I always like knew how to freestyle, but it's like in New Orleans, like I said, I ain't jump off the porch in New Orleans. I was mostly in the sports. Like I played football, basketball in New Orleans.
What position?
Football, like safety.
Oh, okay.
Running back.
You coming up and destroying some shit.
Yeah,
huh?
I was small, so it's like I had a lot to prove. You know what I'm saying? So
you play with the jip on your shoulder.
Yeah, for sure.
Throwing them cards?
Man, being small, like, man, you have to, like, you get underestimated with everything you do besides music. But like far as sports and stuff, it's like, man, I always play with a chip on my shoulder. It's like I'm always the first in line to go head up with everybody. Yeah. Because like, I want to start, I want to play. I ain't out here to sit on no bench. You heard me? And I was the same way for basketball too, but basketball got a little bit more, leeway for you could be short and play basketball. You heard me? You don't know how to dunk in elementary, middle school, and high school for real when you first coming in. So it's like, you know how to shoot, you know how to dribble, you know how to play a little bit of defense, you good. But far as football, like, that's a physical sport, so you gotta, show them what time
it's
it is.
A manly sport.
Yeah, for sure, and I love it. Like, that's my favorite sport.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
You a Saints fan?
Best team in the world.
There you
What?
go. There you
know
I'm a
that.
Pats
There you
fan,
go.
man. Tom Brady, the man.
I'm so tired of seeing them boys in the Super Bowl.
He the GOAT, man. He gonna be there again.
Nah, for
I'm
sure.
a Steelers fan. I ain't got no leg in this race.
Nah, still alright. They alright.
When did you start taking like the craft seriously? Like when did you start like, okay, I'm going to get serious with music. I'm going to try to drop off a project or two, see the reception, how the fans feeling.
Yeah, it's crazy how it got started for me. Once I made it to high school, like middle school, I was still, beating on the desk. Like if you listen to my tape, I talk about beating on the desk, making grinding beats and freestyling and stuff. Like that's what we used to do in school. So then once I got to high school around like my sophomore, junior year, like if y'all ever watch these smack battles, like on YouTube and stuff, I still watch them to this day. Like
Me too. That's why I say,
Yeah, I love like the battle culture. So my best friend, like was like amazing. Like man, his pen game is serious. I got him on my tape too. So we started like our own little league in school, like our own battle rap league. And me and this guy, we was like just arguing back and forward in school. Like he was like, man, I'd kill you in the battle. This was before I even knew like about smack and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, man, let's put some money on it. I was like working, so I'm getting some money. And I'm like, let's put some money on it. He like, all right, cool. Man, I made it to the battle. I'm thinking battling like freestyling. Man, this dude went home, wrote some stuff, and a little bit more. Man, when I tell you, he killed me. like destroyed me. Like
he came in prepared.
Man, super prepared. Like I got murdered.
When you put money on the line, you can't. You gotta expect somebody to come prepared. And you trying to
see, look, but in our era, we think about battling. I'm thinking about this was before I knew about smack and stuff. I'm thinking about like freestyle Fridays on 106 and Park and stuff like that. So it's like
now you thinking this mano a mano. We both gonna come off the top.
Off the top, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, you heard me, man.
Say, nah,
and then the people that's around listen to it, they don't give a damn how he wrote it.
When I tell you,
it's good shit.
He ain't got no paper in front of him. He memorized.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure, but killed me every round.
Well, so
hey, listen, was it a humbling experience?
Nah, I ain't lose no more battles after. No, I'm lying. I lost one more after that. But I ain't lose no more. I lost 2 probably out of 6.
That's what I'm saying. Did that one battle just make you say, oh, hell no, never again?
Yeah, preparation is everything. You heard me? Like, that's when I really got to the point of, like, really, like, writing. But look, that battling, it actually formed a group. Okay. It formed a rap group. And that's how I got started rapping.
Gotcha.
So, cool. Yeah. It was 4 of us in a group.
Okay.
That's back when, like, Travis Porter was popping. If you're from Atlanta, you know about Rich Kids.
Yeah.
And all them, like, they was popping back then. So the group was a thing. So we formed our own group. Like we had deals on the table and everything. So like that was lit. Like it was a lit experience for us. And you know, groups
Have
that
you,
work.
So now
have you lost somebody close to you due to gun violence?
My brother got shot, but he survived it. You know, besides like neighborhood friends and stuff, like in New Orleans, like that stuff becomes so numb to you. Like, you know.
You know feel me?
Yeah, man, New Orleans was at a point like we're in St. Louis right now. We know what y'all murder rate like. Like it's bad out here.
bad.
New Orleans was at some point #1 before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why it's easy for me to adapt out here because it's like that's where I'm from. Like, you know, you got to know how to move. Like, so it's like, like we lost a lot of people to gun violence for sure.
So I was on your bio. Did your mom pass away?
Yeah, she recently passed a year ago.
Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, so like that's what got me back, you know, doing the music and
you
stuff.
You still grieving through that, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure. Like you ain't gonna never heal from nothing like that. Like I tell people, like you just learn how to live with it. Like you always gonna hurt, but you know you learn how to live with it. And how I live with it is through my music. Like I said, if you listen to the mixtape front to back, the album front to back, I'm talking about her somewhere on
was she a big supporter of yours? Like,
super big supporter. Like if nobody believed in me, like she believed in me. It was to a point like I really like gave up on music. And then like the passing of her, it just was like, I gotta find a way to cope with it, you heard me, and make her proud at the same time.
Right.
So that's what I did, and like this whole project was like dedicated to her in some type of way. Like, you heard me, like that's the only way I really could put it.
No, man, that's what's up.
So how'd you come up with your name, Beautiful Eron? Did I say it right?
Yeah, Beautiful Eron.
That's different.
Yeah,
like,
I went through like some name changes for sure. When I was in the group, I had a name.
Don't say the name. Man. You gotta.
How they gonna leave you up if they don't know the name?
I don't want them to find it. I don't want them to find it.
Ain't no wrong with that. I can understand it. I can understand.
I ain't gonna let them find it, but I want Street Baby to be the introduction of how people listen to my music.
So you think they're gonna look at that stuff and they're gonna be like, what?
Damn, he was garbage. You're like, nah, nope, we ain't doing it.
Okay.
Let me ask you something then. Okay, you don't have to say the name of the group. What was your style back then? Was you trying to?
No, I was really like, we was making party music, but I was a rapper. Like Lil Wayne is my favorite rapper, so I actually cared about my bars and punchlines and stuff. Like I was saying punchlines like in 9th grade. Like you would be like, damn, like he really, you know, for sure.
Did Cassidy start the punchline rap or who?
Wayne.
Over Cass? When Cassidy a little bit before Wayne? I don't know if he was a little bit before Wayne because Wayne came out at 16.
I'm gonna go Wayne because I'm from New Orleans, so it's like I've been listening to him my whole life. So
Wayne.
No,
Wayne
you
the
got
man.
every right to say
What do you think of the Wayne now?
Yeah.
What do you think of the Wayne now?
Nah, he the GOAT still.
Yeah, he
like if you listen to Carter 5, people might be like, he fell off. But just think of, because people like to compare like Carter 5 to Carter 2, Carter 3. Just imagine if Carter 3 came out when Carter 5 came out. That shit would not be hitting.
So you saying if this,
hold up, I like Carter 3.
Listen.
Carter 3 the shit.
It's the time.
You get what I'm saying?
What you're saying. He made that music.
Wait, if you got bars, that should be.
He made that music
okay,
at a
like your
different
music.
time.
You got bars. That'll last the test of time. You always gonna have them bars.
I believe in timeless music, but I just don't hear like wee coming out right now today. A lollipop right now today. No. You know what I'm saying? Versus like the single that came off that was the Swiss Beats when they did the little Shiggy challenge and stuff. But it was, you know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you something. Of this generation now.
Yeah.
From like let's say 2000, 15 maybe. 15 and up until now, 16 or 16 up until now. Who would you say is like the best rapper? Compared to when you got cadence, like you said, maybe bars,
overall
like
everything,
overall
hooks.
style.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Wayne out this equation because I'm gonna always put him #1 over everybody.
Bet
everybody, no matter what. But right now I'm gonna have to either go Cole or Kendrick. But I'm gonna give it to Cole right. I'm gonna give it to Cole right now because he's more active.
You should say that one more time. You go give it to Cole right now.
No. Listen. Give me. Listen to me. I'm gonna give it to Cole at this very moment we speaking right now. I'm giving it to Cole because of how active he been. Like we never seen Cole in this form before of doing features.
Let's take activeness out of it. Let's talk about music.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go Kendrick because
for
for sure. But right now Cole.
Facts.
But if we
right now,
but
cold.
if Kendrick was to put out an album right now, we know the world about to stop. You know everybody about to pay attention.
No, I'm with you.
And then what's so crazy is he got lyrics with the world stopping over somebody that's just ultra lyrical. Like that's dope.
Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but I'm going with Cole.
That's fine. So let's get into Street Baby now.
Yeah. Sure.
We'll be all day about that.
Yeah. I can talk this music.
You right though.
So you got Street Baby.
Right.
Why? Okay, first, why Street Baby? Because I hear a lot of Project Baby or I'm this baby. That
baby.
Why you named it Street Baby?
It just like when I was making a project, it just was like, you know, I didn't want people to kind of label it like a street project. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's like melodic and I'm talking about street stuff in it, but it's like the reason I kind of went with Street Baby is because I'm telling my story from New Orleans to Atlanta to St. Louis. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I done did a lot of stuff, you heard me? Like I haven't always been like this cool, calm, collective person, you heard me? So I kind of wanted to like, you know, let you know like what I've been through in these streets and like, you know, what can happen in these streets and like, you know, the consequences and repercussions behind some of the actions you take.
I checked out a lot a off of it. I'm a fan of Real Stepper. I like that video.
Yeah, Real Stepper.
I like that. And then your vibe, the whole vibe of it kind of took me back to that Trader Truth swing.
Yeah.
So like it kind of took me back to that. I like Don't Judge Me. I like Humble.
Yeah.
And there was one on there you were talking about like how you broke a lot of girls' hearts. I don't know if it was pain or it was something about
that's No Feelings, I think.
No Feelings. I like that one too.
How you break their hearts? Like what was going on back then?
It's just like, you know, when you're a young dude, like that's before my relationship.
Mm-hmm. You was a player?
Yeah, like so you know it's like, you know, when you're young you kind of tell girls whatever you want them to hit her, like, you know.
Get what you want.
Yeah, like I say, you like to stroke your ego as a dude that like, you know, I'm that nigga.
Mm-hmm. Was you getting money out of him?
I mean, listen, you ain't need a pimp until you get a check. So let's get that out the way. A lot of niggas say, I was a pimp when I was young, but you were,
it's just like, you know, you finesse your way through life like shit. The girls finessing us now.
To use a pimp, ain't nothing wrong with it.
So yeah, but it was. Go ahead. I know you wanted to mention some tracks off of it.
No, you're fine. More than anything, listening to your album, like you said, if I'm not gonna say it took me on a journey, because at first I had to. I listened to it twice. I ain't gonna say I listened to the whole thing. I listened to it twice. The first time I listened to it, I just went through, you know, just listening to the track, seeing if I could catch a vibe to it or something like that.
For sure.
Second time I listened to it, I dove in it, and what I noticed was, you're right. It is a journey from New Orleans to St. Louis. Mm-hmm. It's not in order.
Nah, it's just good music.
That's what I say. It's not in order.
For sure.
So one minute I'm in the back seat and we about to go do some wild shit. You know, and then the next track, I'm out here on the boat rowing, trying to sing to it, trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? Understand? I got this. I got the bag for it. So I like the way that you structured your album. My question is, what made you put it out like that? Like, did you just happen to create it like that, or did you intentionally make it to the point where you want it not scattered all over the place, but you want to give people a different vibe every time they?
I didn't want to like the way that I constructed the album. I took a lot of songs. I record every day.
Right.
So it's like when you're an artist and you record every day, a lot of music get old to you.
Yeah.
Even though it's new to y'all, it get old to us. Mm-hmm. So it's like I just like when I was putting the track list together, it was like this gotta come off, this gotta come off, this gotta come off, and I'm gonna replace it with these new songs the week before it even came out. Okay. Because at the same time, like, I like to enjoy my music, like how my fans like to enjoy it. I don't want to skip, feel like I'm skipping songs because I'm not fans of the music no more. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I want to be proud of the project that I'm putting out. So that's like the reason why of the sequence and stuff like that. Like, I didn't want to. Like, this is not a label deal or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting this out independently. So if it was to be able to get on a massive platform, then of course I want to be able to put out my Good Kid, Mad City. You know what I mean? And make it make sense. Sure. But right now I'm just trying to show people like, yo, I'm making good music, I'm rapping, and I'm telling my story.
Facts.
You know what I mean? That was my whole motive behind it. Like, I wasn't trying to just like bar nobody to death. Or nothing like that. I just wanted to make good music.
You definitely
I wanted to tell my story, for sure.
Do you think we're going to war with Iran?
I don't even watch the news.
Oh, shit.
No cap. Like, I don't even watch TV for real.
This nigga gonna ask him about one. We over here trying to talk music, man.
I just want to know. I want to know.
Yeah, I really don't like if it don't pop up on my Twitter feed or something.
Like I like what if you just go outside?
Send letters in the mail for a lot of if you're under 30. All black males, you'll be receiving a letter to go ahead and go off.
It's all black males.
They gonna have to. They gonna have to. I mean, they gonna take me to jail or something. So I'll fight for this country.
Facts. I tell people all the time. I sit in the cell before I go to war.
For sure.
My thing is, question for you. So on that note, what we're talking about right now with the war and everything, like you said, you don't even watch the news. They ain't got nothing to do with you. You're not even concerned.
Okay, what about politics? Hold on. What about you into politics?
Yeah, I catch some of it for sure.
Who you messing with?
I'm not voting.
You ain't voting.
Like, but if I had to go, I'm probably gonna go with Bernie Sanders because of like I feel like he trying to touch like our community and stuff like that, like our skin color. He trying to cater to us for sure. And if it's a front, it's working. He got Killer Mike by his side and stuff like that. So if it's Cap, then if it's anybody I'm gonna vote for Bernie Sanders. But I don't know. Like I just feel like politics don't relate to like people like us for some reason. Like maybe I might be wrong.
We gotta know it because look, them cops pull us over. We don't know no rules.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you gotta know your laws.
Oh, can you step out the car? You don't even know if you can get out the car or not.
Yeah,
you gotta listen to what he's saying.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? We gotta think like that.
Yeah. So I don't. Yeah, I'm a vote. I'm a vote just because. Like,
just change it.
Because the reason why I say that because I see people say like I don't want to be selfish. You heard me? So if I could make a difference in some type of way, even if my vote don't count,
for real,
I could say like I try to contribute to like what's going on and stuff like that.
I mean, if you don't vote, you ain't got no right to complain. That's what they're gonna tell you.
Exactly.
With you growing up in New Orleans, I know you say you don't watch the news and nothing like that, and you wasn't there that long. Like you said, you moved out, and you moved to Georgia, and you out here in St. Louis. I gotta throw this question at you, fam. How the fuck you grew up in all three of them? You don't watch the news and stuff like that. How do you react to seeing brutality, police brutality? Because I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah, social media gonna expose everything. You hear me? So, but like in New Orleans, like we ain't really had no internet like that. Right. So it's like we was watching the news then. Yeah. We always in our phones now. So if it don't make it to in our realm of like social media, then we don't know about it for real. To be honest, so it's just like Of course, I know what's going on, and like I got my ear to the streets of St. Louis. I know what's going on out here. I'm still plugged in Atlanta. I know what's going on out there, and my family's still in New Orleans, so I know what's going on out there.
Anything else that interests you besides music? Like what would be?
Because you got some good fashion.
Fashion for sure. My t-shirts, my Street Baby t-shirts, my merch. That's out right now. So make sure y'all go get that. Hear me, Street Baby merch. Like it's not cheap. I ain't gonna it's a $40 t-shirt. Like but people think that's expensive, but they don't know what go into making these shirts and stuff. Like it's not cheap to make t-shirts. Yeah. Like I always tell people that unless you buying
how much are your t-shirts?
$40.
There we go.
But if people
cheap, man. Yeah. People cheap. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Nah, man. People that go out and pay $40
tell you something. What
have
they told you?
Nah, I just got it's a lot of people who didn't support who I thought would have been supporting for sure. Yeah. Like I say that.
Like $40, that's like 4 hours of work, ain't it?
Right.
Like if you got a $10
$10 job, that's how for sure.
I mean, shit, but ain't that how it go though?
Yeah, they gotta be. It's depending on how much the process of creating the shirt is. And you got to make money off of it.
Yeah, for sure. You got to profit some type of way.
What you said, like a lot of people that you thought would support really didn't show that kind of support. That's what I'm saying. Ain't that how it go though? That's how
for sure. Like, but this is my first time really putting out a project in this era. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you live and you learn. So it's just like, man, it's strangers will support you before your own people.
Is that the only thing that you've learned while doing this process?
Everything political, like everything number.
Well,
driven.
I mean, as far as your musical journey, how you said people that you thought would support did. Yeah. Music is hard, first of all.
Yeah, for sure.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
You got to be consistent.
Yeah.
So, do you have a strong support team that's like?
Yeah, for sure. Back home in Atlanta, I got my whole team out there.
Oh, okay.
So it's I still maneuver my way through St. Louis, but I'm back home a lot. Like my videos is shot by my best friend. She grew up with me in New Orleans actually, and somehow we made it to Atlanta together. It was God's plan. So it's just like she went to school for like shooting videos and stuff. So like, you know, off of the strength, like she showed me love and shoot my videos.
Oh, that's dope.
Man, I record all my own music in my house.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, so it sounds good too.
Yeah, so, appreciate it. It's just like you got to know how to cut some costs. You know what I'm saying? Because like I went through like in Atlanta, I went Patchwork Studios, $100 an hour, $200 an hour for studio time and stuff like that. Like spending like buku money working 9 to 5s, like trying to, you know,
fund your career,
like for real, and like we had to look a certain type of way because we was in so many big people faces. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, there was certain standards like we was held to. Like, and like I said, in the part of Georgia we was in, like we had that on lock. Like we was the biggest thing out there.
All right, now.
For real.
So you got Street Baby. What else can you, the fans of the audience, look forward to coming from you?
Street Baby. I might do a collab project. I don't want to be the artist that drop buku mixtapes. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you.
Like I don't want to just be flooding. Like I want to let them digest this project. I have enough material to put out Street Baby 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that's how much music I got. So it's just like I just want to like let them eat this up right quick. I might put out a collab project with somebody. You heard me? And other than that, like more merch. I'm about to come out with a different colorway to the Street Baby T-shirts. Okay. I got the black one out right now and like orange popping right now. So I'm hitting with the orange colorway.
You think St. Louis is a place for you as far as like music overall, or where is it? Where
the year that I've been here, I'm gonna be honest. Like the year that I've been here, I done shook hands with like, you know, some cool people out here, but y'all music scene driven off of drama.
Facts.
Why do you say that?
If you don't beef with somebody out here, you're not gonna get lit. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta talk down on somebody.
This man come in with the knowledge.
And it's just like from my experience, like seeing what's going on here within the year that I've been here. Like I know who y'all popping rappers is. Like I know why they popping, the why. You know what I'm saying? And what's behind like what they got going on. Not knocking their talent or nothing like that, because I believe if y'all do come together with the popping rappers y'all got, St. Louis will be on the map.
You here too, so you in
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm here too, so St. Louis my home too. So it's just like, that's where I live at. It's my home. So it's just like, if we come together in some type of way, I'm going to say we.
But that's true too. You make a good point. It is like a lot of rappers sometimes feel like they got to go the extra mile to start a beef with somebody. In order to get that clout. But then you also have like the artsy rappers too, who a lot of people may not know about. They low-key got a following. And they're the one getting the shows and getting the money that people come to see.
That's the crazy thing about it, because like my first show I did out here was that artsy crowd. Because that's who I mixed with first, like y'all Crash Jordies and who else in the artsy world? Like Matty Woods, he got stuff going on. Who else?
What's the painter guy that rap?
Andrew Spacey.
Okay.
He's super dope.
Seals Brock.
Yeah, he dope. Like I said, I know what's going on. I've been here.
Desi Dez dope too.
Desi Dez. Who that?
That's nobody. No, I'm just
yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of like dope rappers out here. Like if y'all could come together, if y'all could get y'all street rappers to come into that artsy world,
it won't.
Just imagine that. That's how Atlanta is.
It's just like I feel like St. Louis is behind when it comes to music.
Man, they better catch up, because I'm telling y'all.
Is this behind? Like we still doing drill and trap when that's not even really what's in.
Nah, it ain't.
You know what I mean? That's been.
But it's popping out here though. You know what I'm saying?
You got to do what's for your mark.
Yeah. Like I said, y'all got the drill rap.
It's popping, but it's not nothing coming out of it.
Nah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Like y'all need all y'all rappers to be what Smino at. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you can still be yourself.
Didn't he go to Chicago? But he went to Chicago.
But he huge. You gotta. But he makes good.
Smino is music. Artsy too. Though.
He artsy. Like he could. If he want to go on the trap beat, you think he can't go on the trap beat?
I'm sure he can.
Yeah,
you know what
I'm saying?
For sure you got to be able to be diverse. You don't want to just be like hitting him with that hard aggressive stuff all the time. You got to be able to.
But he didn't pop out here. How I look at it, like he still didn't
popped in
pop
Chicago.
out of St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for artists. It seemed like to pop out here.
Yeah.
They have to leave and then pop and then say where they from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, that's real rap though. Because
like I
didn't even know he was from here until I came here. Like I did not know he was from here. I thought he was from Chicago too.
Yeah.
And when he do media stuff, they like, oh, Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, he don't even mention it?
No, not him. It's just that media.
It's just that's how he branded Chicago.
Yeah.
But you know, that's where he You got to start for real. Yeah, Chicago. Definitely. That's where you got to put on it.
Right. I mean, out of all those songs that you say you do and you don't, you don't like this one because you did it and you're on to the next one. What do you do with all those old songs?
They just sit on the computer. To be honest, I told my people put it out when I'm not here no more.
Do the people's got a compilation looking out for them before you go? Like you're talking about when you ain't here no more. Well, let's think before we even get that time. Let's say that time's a while from now. Should be.
Yeah, well, shit, they gonna have to.
You gonna drake it up, throw a compilation tape out there, just shit nobody ever heard that you've been working on that you felt like you should have put it on the album, but you had better plans or something.
The most that'll probably come out of those songs is like Lucy's. Like maybe like SoundCloud songs or something like that, or maybe like a YouTube video or something like that. But for the most part, it's just gonna be probably Lucy's or something. But
Weezy the GOAT.
You said Weezy?
Yeah, Weezy the GOAT.
Nah, he the GOAT for real. The best thing I ever heard.
What the fuck I'm talking about? Get up here and talk that shit.
For sure. But
there we go.
I like Lil Wayne. I like him.
Weezy the GOAT, man.
But for right now, it's Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I give you that. I give you that.
And that is my opinion.
Everybody have their time.
Wayne was killing it though.
Exactly.
Wayne was killing it.
He had his time when his foot was on the neck. Right now, Cole.
And his foot was on the neck for a long time.
Right now, to me, Cole got his foot on their neck.
Cole, yeah.
But once Kendrick dropped, then his foot would be back on their neck. But like I said, I just don't want to flood with too much music. I don't want to be that artist that flood people out with like buku mixtapes and stuff like that.
Well, we definitely congratulate you on everything. If you have anything ever going out, any show, any event, will come out. Yeah. Support. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Wish you nothing but the best. Keep going. I know it's hard out here, especially when you're doing everything on your own. You got a family, you got music, and you still got yourself to look after for us. Bills, rent, whatever.
Sure.
So
you know how that go. Real life. That's why motivation for the streets for sure.
All right, guys, make sure you get Street Baby. Make sure you check Street Baby out.
Check him out. Get it.
Where can they find you if they're looking for you?
Beautiful Eron. Beautiful spelled regular ERON. That's my government name. Beautiful Eron. That's on all social media platforms. Go get that Street Baby. It's out right now. Available everywhere.
Bags.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Myra.
It's Dave.
And this is Desi Dez.
This is Twisted Younginz. You dig?